A very warm and hearty welcome to each one of you. You guys are looking amazing. Especially first, I would like to thank you all to take out time from your busy schedules and marking this wonderful evening with your glorious presence. I now welcome our new family member now who wants to say something to all of us.
Happy Independence Day participants, guests and respected judges.
Thank you so much now. I now introduce the guiding spirit and source of inspiration for this event. To welcome our gathering, Ms. Latika Rangaraj. She is our COO and implementation partner at DIA. An MBA in Treasury Risk, she is a banking and social insurance professional with 27 years of experience, global experience in the BFSI sectors in India and the Middle East. She has worked at Citicorp and headed the operations at ICICI Bank before moving to Sultanate of Oman, where she headed the risk operations at the Ministry of Finance for a decade. On her return to India, she realized her entrepreneurial dream by partnering with DIA to provide training to school and college children and conduct corporate workshops on robotics and IoT. She is the flag bearer for women empowerment and is passionate about championing the cause of improving the lot of underprivileged children, for which she is associated with NGOs like Parikrama, an entrepreneur, educationalist, and mentor with interest in the fine arts. Ms. Latika is also an accomplished exponent of the Mohiniyattam dance form. Over to you, Latika ma'am.
Thank you, Yash. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A very happy Independence Day wishes to all of you. On behalf of Do It Yourself Academy, better known as DIA, it is my honor and privilege to welcome all participants, eminent judges, and well wishers to our Financial Freedom Awards 2020. What better day than our nation's Independence Day to celebrate the fighting spirit of all women entrepreneurs? Today, while we felicitate 5 women entrepreneurs selected by our honorable judges, we wish to place on record our sincere thanks to all the nominees for their enthusiastic participation and treat this event as our tribute to their entrepreneur journey. At DIA, we take immense pride in the success of our mission to empower women by encouraging them to join us as digipreneurs and edupreneurs. Now to begin the proceedings, I request Yashashri, my colleague, to introduce our respected judges and invite them to share with us their thoughts on these awards and request their advice to all women entrepreneurs. Yashashri, over to you.
Now, I'm pleased to introduce our panel of judges who have brought an incredible depth of experience and expertise to the table in judging the nominees. Now, I would like to introduce our first judge for the day, Srimati Manveen Kaur Chadda. I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, you're very much.
Great.
Yes, Yash.
Yeah. So, Srimati Manveen Kaur Chadda believes that a true educator is a compass that activates the magnet of curiosity, knowledge, and wisdom. For more than 2 decades, she has interacted closely and imparted knowledge to young and curious minds and has seen them as receptive individuals, each deserving personal encouragement, intellect, and academic attention. Her goal, therefore, has always been to encourage them to find their voice, identify their strengths, and motivate them to be the best they can. Being a Montessorian and a special educator who has just completed her certification in early education leadership from Harvard. She is also an active Rotarian and a council member of the All Ladies League WICCI group on mental health. A dedicated educationalist, she presently works with Aksar Arbol International School as early learning design lead. Welcome you, ma'am. We would like to hear a few words from you. Manvin, ma'am?
Okay, am I on? Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
I begin again with wishing each one of you a happy Independence Day. It's a time for a great reset. This pandemic has taught all of us how the world came together as the world stayed apart. Coming together productively of all of us was possible because we put in our best efforts at transforming ourselves. Any problem? Hello?
I request everyone to be on mute, please, while the judges address us. Thank you.
We've all become change agents, catalysts for change. Our schools, our workplaces, our family get togethers have all shrunk from wide open spaces to the small 6-inch screen on our smartphones or maybe a 15-inch screen on our laptops. The medical staff, police and defense staff, and my very own teaching community has played such a phenomenal role in changing themselves. With immense gratitude, I salute each one of them, and of course, my fellow countrymen, with the resilience and courage that is displayed during these difficult times. I also take this opportunity to thank Dia, who was instrumental in being the catalyst, a change agent in the lives of the students by understanding the need of change, setting a new direction to learning, by providing the right culture for this new reset, and communicating this transformation effectively to children and the family members by providing opportunities for experiential learning, critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, and of course, a lot more, making them future ready to tackle the challenges, some of them which we don't know as yet, just like we didn't know the challenges that COVID brought to us, making them future ready citizens of the 21st century. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful words. Now, I would like to introduce the second judge for the day, Mrs. Chaya Devi. She describes herself in multifaceted experiences in various fields of the service industry, be it airline, travel, hotel, television and film media, interior and vastu consultant, counselor, and hypnotherapist dealing with today's issue of society. A founder member of Save Shakti Foundation, a NGO working for victims in the tsunami Chennai floods. COVID-19 rescue of migrant workers and stray animals are her forte. She believes in making the difference in people's lives and bringing a smile on their faces. Ms. Chaya celebrates life and says, your existence on this earth must count and not just be an entity that lived between born and died. Welcome you, ma'am. We would like to hear a few words from you now.
Thank you so much. I do not know, the video is not very prominent. Are you able to see me?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you be able to see me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We can hear you clearly.
Wonderful. So, first of all, to begin with, happy Independence Day.
I think it may be a nice idea to get the speaker to be displayed on the main screen.
Yeah.
Spotlight the speaker, no, please.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, that makes a difference because you know who you're talking to. Right. To begin with, happy Independence Day, all of you, and it's lovely to be with some eminent people doing some great work. And my congratulations to the team, that is Latika and Uday, for having put this whole concept together. And mainly because this concept is so very innovative and creative, because you are empowering women to empower the others. So one empowers the one, and then one empowers 100 to the power of 100. So that I found was very, very innovative. And it was a very difficult job that you have given me to select just one, because for me all the 8 were absolutely wonderful. Everybody I don't know, it was such a difficult call for me to make, to say which one of these 8 that I have to kind of discuss and to select. I think as per the scoring, I think all of them were in the 85s or 90s. It was very, very difficult. So each one of you, I have to first congratulate each one of you to partake in this kind of scenario. One is Chinmay, then the one is Farida Banu, the other one is Dr. Vanita, we have Nazreen Taj, we have Shweta Sudhakar, Swati Mahajan, Sangeeta Santanam, and we have Suma Yadav. Now, girls, I think all of you are brilliant, and believe me, I love you all from the bottom of my heart, but I just need to make this one choice. So I'm going to make it for the sake of Dia. And
Ma'am,
I would like
Chaya
to...
ma'am,
Yeah.
Chaya ma'am, we'll have to do that in a later part of the session.
Okay, all right. So then I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave that decision. I'm going to share it with the rest of them. Nevertheless, so all of us, more power to all the women here. All of them. I can see some gentlemen also there, but more power to them as well. So they are always our support and pillars. They're all now they are behind the scenes of what we get to do. So anyway, lovely to meet all of you, lovely people, and have a wonderful, wonderful session this evening. And congratulations to the whole very team of Dia.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your lovely words. Appreciate it. So now I would like to introduce our third judge for the day, Mr. M.V. Muralidharan, Chief Operating Officer, Bhavan Cybertech. M.V. Muralidharan, popularly known as Mike Muralidharan, is an IT industry veteran with over 3 decades of experience in various critical functional areas, during which he has played a key role in leading important educational forums and corporate institutions. Since 2010, he has been the global chief of Bhavan Cybertech, with over 3,000 employees. Please, I would request the others to mute. He is also an advisor to the board of directors, AIC Anna University Incubation Foundation, and also serves a chairman on the board of Alert, a not-for-profit NGO doing yeoman services in the golden hour response in the situations of trauma. Mr. Muralidharan is an executive committee member at SICCI panel member, TN Education panel at FICCI, charter member at TIE Chennai, and charter member Concordia India Advisory Board of Concordia College, New York. In 2018, he was conferred with the Distinguished Alumnus Award by the Alumni Association College of Engineering, Guindy, Anna University, in recognition of his outstanding service in the field of information technology and education. In 2020, he was conferred with the Lifetime Achievement Award by Lions Club International District in recognition and appreciation of his loyal and dedicated service to the cause of IT industry and education to underprivileged community. We welcome you, sir. We would like to hear a few words from you.
Thank you very much, Yasha. In fact, first of all, a very, very happy Independence Day to all of you. I think there's a very different type of independence that we all enjoy with no intrusion from outside. It's a very different time. But of course, I think all of us have learned over the last 150 days to live with that. First of all, let me congratulate Dia and the social initiative partner Born to Win. In fact, when Varsha Aswani of Born to Win called me about a couple of weeks back and told about this initiative of how Dia, Madam Latika, and Uday, the team is trying to encourage women entrepreneurs. Actually, it's a type of an oxymoron. I think women are always entrepreneurs. I think it is not something which it comes naturally to them, because invariably women always do many things, and always they don't have a choice of not completing the thing. In the sense, no, it's always outcome based. No job is not completed. Whereas I think most of the time guys probably talk on over the top and invariably don't complete the jobs as well. But what I'm saying is, in this current context of the pandemic, the ability to learn new things and new methods and implement has become an extremely important aspect in our society. It's like I always say that it's almost like we are facing a situation where there is a question paper in front of us. It is out of syllabus for all of us. When I'm saying all of us, not just the 50, 60 of us right here, I'm saying it's across the country, it's across the world. The most developed countries like USA, China, they also don't know what is in the syllabus, what's in the question paper. Neither do we. And that's a fantastic place to be in. Because the one who is resilient, the one who is innovative and intelligent and willing to take the challenge of trying to work on the unpredictable, the unknown, and get over will be the winner. In that context, I feel a multitasking woman is probably the best choice to handle this type of a situation. Incidentally, I did tell during my the time when Madam Latika wanted something about what I felt. Any school, boys' school, girls' school, co-education school, the first, the pre-KG and up to 5th standard, it is the ladies who teach. You don't ask me why, but that's the case, because we push the difficult task to the women. Okay, because at that stage the kids are unpredictable. They need to be handled very patiently with love and affection, and also it is virtually like a situation where you germinate a seed. In fact, when a tree is big, we guys will go and pluck the fruits, and we'll say we can climb on top of to the branches and pick it up. But when it is growing, it requires that support, and that is when the tree gets built, and that is where the women have been found to be outstanding. So why I'm saying this is, I don't have many qualms in saying that women have this capability always, and I would not want to sermonize that women how they should be entrepreneurs. They know it all, but they have to come out and display it. And in fact, as I told you, it's always problem solving. If let me say today, in my one thing which I've been observing in a practical sense is, about last few years, the kirana shops are looking to be going down the drain because all the online shops were picking up. But over the last 150 days, we have a shopping list, fantastic list. Number 1 is food, number 2 is food, number 3 is food, and possibly medicine comes 3rd or 4th because when we need it. In the sense, all these things, we depend on the kirana shops, and suddenly they have built an equation with all of us, an emotional equation where we are dependent on them. And I'm sure then even when the corona period goes away, this goodwill that they're generating today will stand them in good stead. Why I'm saying that is something which all of you, when you're getting into any of these entrepreneurship, fantastic. This is a great problem that you're solving, in the sense the kids have to be analytical, moving away from memorizing. If you have to conquer the world, you need to be analytical. Marks will help, but it will help only this far, no further. I mean, like the private companies who want outcomes would not want the marks; they will want outcome, and that is where all of you, with those all these. I mean, when you're talking about robotics, IoT, AI, all these. I mean, I'm telling you that is going to be the future, and more so, we are forced to understand that is extremely important in these Corona hit days. My one thing is that always I say there are 3 M's which are extremely critical in life. What we do is, even entrepreneurs, all of you, you may have kids, but invariably what you think is, okay, why? I also could have thought, bringing up my children, that if the kids do very well and get good marks, what do? They go on to get good careers. And what do they gain? Good plush jobs, good money. So we keep on talking to children, encouraging them to study well, get good marks, and over a period of time, they will evolve fantastic as professionals who can earn good money. But I think what is most important is the 3rd M, the morals. So I would only say that don't miss that out in your entrepreneurial journey. Make sure you create good citizens who will be able to get good outcomes in terms of performance. Yes, marks, whatever, they should perform very well. Today, I see many people. I think Varsha is a great example of how she's bringing up her kids. And there are many, many more. I think Mini Rao is also here. I saw her somewhere. All these people are bringing up children, when I'm saying children, don't just look at their own children. Look at the world at large. They are influencing the children greatly outside their families. I'll tell you, you've got a fantastic set of people here who can help you. I saw the list, the 9 of them. One small thing I would say is, all of you, please elevate your presentation skills. In fact, I took pains to go into your websites, LinkedIn's, and all that to understand much more. And I was sometimes feeling that you have not presented yourself well. That's something which I would like to state. You guys, all the 9, have been fabulous, actually. Okay. And it was a difficult choice, but I'm so happy. Probably, except Uday, I do not know, is there any other man here? I think I'm proud to be among women. My mother has been one of the people who could come out with solutions for everything. And I'm seeing all of you can bring solutions for almost everything. So my best wishes to all of you. Pleasure to be here. May God bless.
Thank you so much, sir, for your thoughtful words. It was great having you.
Thank you.
So now I would like to introduce our 4th judge for the day, Dr. Mini Rao. Dr. Mini Rao is a psychologist who was awarded the best outgoing student in her BA and the 2nd rank in the university in her MA, as well as stood first in her MPhil. Her PhD thesis, a comparative study on burnout between IT employees and BPO employees, was published in the Journal of Psychological Researches, an international journal. Besides a very successful practice, she has written over 150 articles on mental health in various newspapers and magazines and has monthly columns in 5 leading magazines. Dr. Rao supports many social causes, is an ambassador for Chennai Turns Pink, a breast cancer awareness organization, and a spokesperson for CARE, an organization that wants inclusion of special children in normal schools, a volunteer for the NGO, the Candles, and a crusader for educating children infected with HIV. She was a panelist at the Women Managers Convention 2013, organized by the Madras Management Association, where she spoke about reinventing equality. She has addressed mental health issues in various schools, colleges, and corporate organizations in Chennai, and has appeared on many TV channels for her inputs on mental health, and also spoken on various radio channels addressing mental health issues. She has a psychologist page and a physical and mental health group on Facebook, which has more than 9,000 members whom she interacts with on a daily basis. Her long term goal is to build a mental health facility in Chennai, which is affordable and effective. We welcome you, ma'am. We would like to hear a few words from you now.
Thank you so much for introducing me. Okay, so I'm very, very honored to be one of the judges for this competition. And I would actually like to say I found it really, really difficult to judge because all the 10 contestants were absolutely competitive, ambitious, and such achievers that I just couldn't choose between one or the other. I had a lot of difficulty, but it's an amazing initiative by Dia to actually do this, to make them come out, give them the support, which normally not many people do, to allow them to actually, do what they actually are passionate about, which doesn't happen in many cases. To actually tell you the truth, in my family, we are a very old-fashioned family. I'm the last of four daughters. I was actually supposed to get married to some guy in UK or US, get settled, and that's it. But I refused to do that. I managed to convince my parents that I wanted to do study further. So I did my MA, MPhil, and PhD in clinical psychology. And luckily for me, my parents are very broad-minded, and here I am. Luckily for me, I have a huge lot of support, and I want that to happen to every woman out here. And the fact that Dia is doing this, I'm absolutely amazed to give them that opportunity. Women are, we all know it's a male dominated society, that we can't ignore that. It's always been about the males, but now the fact is Dia is allowing us to give women the chance to actually prove themselves. They have so much of skills, so much of talent, so much of education, but they haven't been given the right platform. So Dia has given them the right platform to actually come across with their talents and skills to prove to us and to the rest of the world that they can do it. And I'm very, very proud to be a part of this panel. And I don't want to make it too long. So I just want to say I'm very, very happy to be a part of this entire journey. And I'm hoping the best of the winners get what they deserve.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your kind words. Now, finally, I would like to introduce our last judge, the fifth judge for the day, Srimati Aditi Madhusudan. Ms. Aditi Madhusudan is an independent animal and social welfare activist. Apart from rescuing and rehabilitating over 100 animals, she has been actively involved in various other social causes. Likewise, upliftment and empowerment of the transgender community, AIDS awareness program, pediatric mental health issues, to name a few. During the COVID pandemic, Ms. Aditi has been liaising between TN government and HCL Foundation, working very closely with the Health Department, Disaster Management Department, and Greater Chennai Corporation. We welcome you, ma'am. We would love to listen of your words from you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, very good evening to all of you all, and wish you all a very happy Independence Day. Thank you so much, Varsha, for this wonderful opportunity, Latika ma'am and Uday. Now, one thing that I've learned during this pandemic that is basically the spirit of oneness. It's not only about we as individuals, being fine and ensuring that we are doing good, but it's also the people around us are, they are doing pretty good. And education, talking about education these days, we all know compared to our schooling days, it's much more difficult. It's much more stressful these days. And extracurricular activities, they play a very important role. And to create future kids, definitely robotics, coding, etc. is a great option. What I would like to tell all the aspiring entrepreneurs is the key factors basically what you need to have is patience, perseverance, and great ability of teamwork. So, Dia, it's been wonderful, and at the same time, it's been a Herculean task to choose amongst I had around 10 applications with me, and each one has been excellent in their own way. So, may the best one win. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your words. So finally, I would like to thank all of the judges for enlightening us with your knowledge and expertise. We are really grateful to have you all with us today. Now, I am pleased to introduce the brain behind this event and the founder president of DIA, Mr. Uday Shankar, so that I request him to address this. Mr. Uday Shankar is the founder of Do It Yourself Academy DIA. Uday has completed his bachelor's in Instrumentation and Control Systems Engineering from PSG College of Technology, Coimbatore, and received scholarships from University of South Australia to pursue robotics and specialized in engineering design from University of Hull. During his tenure overseas, he has completed 3 projects and received a letter of appreciation for the same. He has been featured in print and mass medias. He has won prizes worth rupees 14 lakhs and holds to his credit numerous national awards, including those from leading global organizations like National Instruments, Texas Instruments, Ericsson, Accenture, and Yahoo. Uday is the only Indian recipient of Young Achiever Award 2020. Uday is an engineer by profession, educator by heart, and an entrepreneur driven by passion.
Thank you so
I would
much,
like
Yash.
to, yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the appreciation. So, wishing everyone a happy Independence Day. So, I thank all the judges for taking the wonderful time and effort. So, for going deep into each of the applicants and understanding what kind of impact they've already achieved and how we can in turn empower them to do much more. Because the very reason all of us are here for is like Aditi ma'am has rightly said, we're going to, in this time, it's all about us being together, empowering and supporting each other to do more towards the betterment. And what better place than education? Because we're not just impacting today, we're impacting tomorrow. So towards a better tomorrow is where all our efforts are towards. So that being said, the biggest thing which all of us would agree is if a woman is financially empowered, the family is financially secured. So would all of you agree with that? Let me repeat that once more. If a woman is financially empowered, the family is financially secured. Right? So I have no two ways of saying that because personally, so I lost my dad when I was just in 7th grade. So since then, it's my mom who has been both my mom and my dad. And I really cannot imagine if my mom had not stepped up, what would have happened to us. So that is the power of women. So they can play multiple roles, rise up to the occasion and do anything to make sure the family is in the right hands. The family is having everything the family needs. That being said, so second, I would like to point to one of the incidents. So I was in school, it was 12th grade. It was again Independence Day on the 15th. So 14th, we are all preparing for our biology exam. So 12th board, biology. So we had our mock exams going on. So naturally in school, we have all the celebrations and everybody was tying the flag and things were the rows of flags, small size flags were across the auditorium. So a bunch of about 20 people, we were just sitting and revising. So next 5 minutes, bell is going to ring. So we forget everything we read in the last 5 hours, but only what we read in the last 5 minutes are going to help us to score 100. So that's the thing that's been always true for people in 12th and 10th. So we were doing that. So one side, I was tensed, okay, biology exam, I got to prepare, I'm not really ready, I'm not sure what I'm going to write. And other side, so my teachers were tying the flags across the auditorium. So one particular flag actually fell down on the floor. So I noticed that, but then I was like, Uday, no, exam. I saw it again, I couldn't forget it. I said, okay, Uday, no, exam. And then I said, okay, next exam, Patagla. And then I just went. And when I picked up the flag, so I actually bumped into someone. There was one more person who was trying to pick up the flag that fell down, and it was my teacher. And she said, Uday, It is not what you score on that paper. It is the love that you carry for your country that is going to take you places. So it is your identity. It is who we are. It is the love for everyone that is going to help everyone grow together. That is incident 2, which I like to record. And third was, so the day before my dad passed away. So all his friends were here, and we weren't really sure what would happen next. So one of my dad's childhood friend, so I wasn't sure what was going to happen next either. He just took me out for a walk. So we just went one street around our house, and he told me Tirukural. So I don't remember what the Kural is, because it was a little bit hard for me to understand. I asked him, what did he mean? And he told me something that I still remember. He said, a parent does not see the child's success in how much money they make or what they do, but can they go and tell someone that he is my son? That is the biggest gift any child can give a parent, to say that, hey, Uday is my son. So that is the biggest gift anybody can give, right? So that is still with me. So every time I achieve something, I just thank God, thank my parents, because whatever I am today is because of the wonderful support which not just parents, everyone around me have given. And the fourth incident would be that, so I've been part of BNI for about 5 years now. So I joined BNI right out of college. So business was totally new to me. So our executive director, Mr. Sunil, he walked in one of the meetings and he asked us one simple question. And that question still lingers. Okay, and the question in his own words are like this. Now, if you get to know that Sunil's son is stuck on the road midnight at 12 p.m., how many of you would go pick him up? So if you get to know that Sunil's son is stuck in the middle of the road at 12 p.m. midnight, how many of you would go and pick him up? A simple question, but it actually goes back to how many and how deep relationships we built. And it doesn't matter if I have 1,000 crores in the bank, I need a person to go pick up my son. So more than the money which we make and save for ourselves, it is the respect, the love, and the trust, and the number of people we build meaningful relationship with is the one that is going to take us for life, take us a long way. This is what we are going to have with us. So right through my childhood, whenever I had a problem, I would call my dad's friends first. So many of us would think you would call your Chittappa, Periyappa, all that, but I always call my dad's friends. So they were the ones that they were with us throughout the tough times. So almost 7.5 years of tough battles. And my dad's friends were in and day out, checking on my dad, standing by him, standing by his family as. And even today, and I say, the people who are with my dad, I'm still in touch with them. And whatever I need, they are there to ensure that I get that. So it is what we leave behind in terms of what family is going to love. And affection is the people we give to our family. So money will come, money will go. It is the people that are going to stay with us forever. And finally, one last thing which I would always remember and be thankful for is, so the gift of education, the gift of doing something is the best you can do. So primarily because even if I give someone 100 crores, they might lose it. It might end up. But if I teach someone to do something, it is going to stay with them forever. And that is the spirit and motivation behind there. So we actually started as a non-profit where we wanted to support children who couldn't actually afford robotics. So we started with that, and the children we empowered, they came first place at national level, competing with children from premium schools from across the country. So we knew that we were in a different path. We were doing something special, something beyond others were able to do. And that non-profit initiative is the reason behind, that is TRIBE, the Reformer in You, the reason behind why Dia was born, Do It Yourself Academy. So when we set on a path towards helping someone, towards empowering someone, we not just empower them, we empower ourselves towards a bigger mission, a bigger vision to something bigger than ourselves. And that is what Dia is. Bigger than me, bigger than any of us, and just one single point mission towards making children future ready. Thank you so much.
for your inspiring words. Now, I am pleased to introduce and invite our energetic and lovely special guest, Ms. Varsha Aswani, who has always been a constant source of guidance and support for all of us throughout this event. Ms. Varsha Aswani is social entrepreneur who operates in the landscape of social entrepreneurship ventures, including social purpose ventures and NGOs. Ms. Aswani is the founder and managing trustee of Born to Win Research Foundation and Trust, chairperson of Chapter All Ladies League Social Initiatives Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, a Global Goodwill Ambassador. She is also a life member of Manav Seva Mahasangh, an organizing committee member for Women Economic Forum, Chennai. Ms. Aswani is the recipient of prestigious awards, Global Humanitarian Award Stars of COVID-19, Social Entrepreneur of the Year 2018 by Bharat Nirman Delhi, Exceptional Woman Creating a Better World by WEF 2019, Business Style Award in the field of Social Entrepreneurship 2020 by Style Bazaar. Her contribution towards the welfare of the society during this pandemic time has also been recognized by the state, for which she has been commended by Dr. C. Vijay Bhaskar, Health Minister, Government of Tamil Nadu. A proud mother of two young social activists, Jay and Preet, Varsha has always been conferred with Mom of Honor 2020 by Wonder Mom. We welcome you, Varsha. We would like to share your experience with us.
Varsha, you're on mute. Varsha, you're on mute.
Jai Hind. I hope I'm audible to everyone. Thumbs up to if I'm audible. Yeah, thank you. First of all, I would wholeheartedly thank all my eminent judges here who happily agreed, to support the cause, which is very close to my heart. And of course, Uday, thank you very much. And first and foremost, as a mother myself, Preet has been, Uday has been mentor to my son last 2 years. It started, generally we call my younger son the brainy guy, because he's quite active and a lot of things. But we did not have, we were very confused that we couldn't give him that platform, what he wants to do. So 2018, Dia had conducted a summer camp at his Preet school at Sydney Model in association with Hindu. And Preet had participated in the summer camp. He enjoyed it thoroughly. And further down, Uday said, I think Preet is quite excited and quite interested in it. And I'm a mother who always believes, we always allow children to do what you want, and has Dia Do It Yourself Academy. The name itself says it all. Preet just participated, and I didn't even turn back once and look what this boy is doing. And he used to come and tell me, but that language was going above my mind, always. So anytime he used to explain, I used to be like, oh, wow, yeah, super, nice. I always like that because personally, I don't understand robotics. And to a surprise, in December, Preet represented Dia and was selected for a competition at Delhi national level at National Bal Bhavan, and he won the first place as the best speaker and best innovator award.
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
Then, no looking back, Uday has been his consistent mentor. And why I'm so confident, because this is, like my own son. I have seen, the huge transformation in Preet after joining Dia. That's why I'm very confident. And now coding, Dr. Kiran Bedi ma'am had organized a webinar for students across India. So both my children were selected. And pan-India, among the 28 students, it was only Preet's poster which got selected, which was coding motivational poster. And she displayed the poster even at the Raj Nivas, even during the webinar, and it was carried in all the newspapers. And she personally even tweeted about it. So again, all thanks to Dia to train him, and now online classes he's doing really well. And again, once again, the whole team, thank you to believe in me. Thank you to support my social initiative. And every year, Uday has been, supporting 10 underprivileged children who I recommend to him, and they give them complete free training. So he's been very honest, and he's not mentioned that. So that is where Born to Win comes in as a social initiative partner. And this year he's promised, how many ever children you say, Vasha, we will definitely train them. Each and every word, he is the man of words, I can say about Uday. And special mention to Latika, Usha, and the team, believe me, dedicated. I can call them, like the 5-star team, I can call it. And congratulations once more. And as you said, yes, it is that relation that matters, and will continue for long.
So much, ma'am, for your wonderful words, and we are very proud of Preet. Now, I would like to introduce you one of our budding Bridgepreneur and our active team member, Mrs. Priya Sadashivan. She is a homemaker and also an online trainer. She takes online coding classes for kids. Her daughter Dia is studying in 5th grade and has taken coding classes from us. Priya, would you like to share your experience with us?
Hi, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, Priya.
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay, hi. So can I start now?
Yes, Priya, you can. You're most.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
Waiting to hear you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Hi, I'm Priya Sadasivan. Good evening to everyone, and happy Independence Day to all the wonderful ladies present here. I'm Priya. I'm mother of 2 daughters, and I'm also an online trainer of Dia Do It Yourself Academy. Let me share a small information which I've learned. Female entrepreneurships are increasing by 5% every year since 1977.
Can everyone mute, please, so we can hear Priya? Thank you. Thank you, Priya. Continue.
Yeah. So I'm mother of 2 daughters, and I'm also an online trainer of Dia Do It Yourself Academy. Let me share an information which I've learned. Female entrepreneurships are increasing by 5% every year since 1977. According to me, a strong woman is who love herself, be herself, and shine amongst those who never believed she could. I believe in being strong when everything goes wrong. For example, the situation we are undergoing right now, we are facing the most stressful situation in the world, COVID. Most of them have no jobs, have no money, people are sick everywhere, things are out of control. At this time, Dia offers a wonderful opportunity to all the ladies. I would love to share my success story, how I became a part of Dia. Initially, I was introduced to Uday, CEO of Do It Yourself Academy, Dia, by one of my good friends, Subha. Uday was very transparent. He clearly explained all the information I needed to know about Dia. After the first meeting, Uday said, "Ma'am, I have confidence in you. You will definitely become a good entrepreneur." The best thing which I liked about Dia Do It Yourself Academy is that they prepare children for future ready. The 3 most aspects they follow are: they follow international curriculum. This makes children ready for the 21st century skills. Secondly, communication. Children share their creative knowledge with the other children. Third is collaboration. Children from different places come together and they learn together. We all know children are the future pillars of our country. here in Diya Labs, they help the children become independent learner and a strong creator. So in April, I got a phone call from Uday to attend an online training program for coding. I myself an MCA graduate. I was very happy that finally I'm introduced to something related to my major. Initially, I wanted to take it so slow. So my first batch was my close friends' kids. My first student was my daughter, Diya. She's 10 years old. During the course, I could see the excitement in my daughter's eyes. She really liked coding. She loved coding. I could see her having so much fun, creating her own animations, developing her own games. Then later on, I started doing new batches. I started taking online coding sessions for students from US, Australia, UAE, and also students from India. I was so thrilled to see my students having so much fun coding. The first session would be about introduction to coding, creating animations. The second session will be about how to make use of variables and how to make use of add extensions in features in coding. The third session will be about how to make use of conditional statements and various operators in coding. The final session, the fourth session, the student will be able to develop their own games using arrow keys and mouse pointer. At the end of the final session, the students will be like, they will ask me, ma'am, what will be the next course? When will the next course start? Ma'am, you'll be missing the class. Ma'am, we want to learn more. I'll get text messages from parents. Ma'am, your class is the first class. My son never complained. Another parent would say, ma'am, this is the first class. I saw my daughter asking questions without hesitation. I was glad that I satisfied all the parents. I saw parents very proud of their children. Some kids have also surprised their parents, making animated birthday cards. One student, she made an animated birthday card. She recorded her own voice. She sang a birthday song for me for my birthday. So I witnessed children from different age group found this online coding course very interesting. Children have improved a lot in logical thinking, critical thinking. So this increased their confidence level. Diya team is a wonderful team. They were always there for me whenever I needed them. Uday is an awesome person. He's like a family to me. I would always say to him, we are so proud of you, Uday. At a very early age, you have achieved a lot. I also talk about Uday with my children. I would say he's a very good example for a dynamic personality and a hardworking person at a very, very young age. Thanks to all the judges. Thank you so much to Latika ma'am. Thanks to Diya team for making me a part of Diya and for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share my success story with others. I wish success always and forever to the entire Diya team. Have a fantastic year ahead. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Priya. That was wonderful share. Thank you so
for
much.
your lovely words. So now, today we all know why we are here. Like the most awaited moment, like it's time to announce the winners. Like, it's often said that the achievers are first believers. But I'm sure that each one of you here is not only achiever or believer, but a winner in your own estimate. So now I would request the judges to one by one declare one of the 5 winners on your list. So we'll start with Chaya ma'am. Chaya ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, Chaya ma'am, I think she's had to go out because she had another meeting, but she has left a message for all the participants. It was lovely when she was correcting and she was inspired by the answers by all her participants.
Yeah, unmute it.
Yeah, come.
Unmuted.
Yeah, again,
Yes, you're back.
Yes, hi.
Yeah.
So,
right time, ma'am.
Yeah, I was on. No, I was right with you right all throughout. So, as I told you, it was very, very difficult for me to select someone, just one, and because I love them all. But as being a judge, I have to do my work. And yes, I told you all of them kind of scored way beyond 85, way beyond all of them. There's one person I kind of zeroed in on, and that person is Nazreen Raj. I select her to get this nomination award from my side. So congratulations. I would like to say congratulations to the complete team. as well as all of them, because all of them have done exceptionally well. So, but the thing is, Nazreen Raj, I would select her and nominate her for this award.
Nazreen?
Congratulations, Nazreen.
Is Nazreen here?
Nazreen Raj,
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am. It's Nasreen Taj.
Congratulations, Nazreen.
Congratulations,
Thank you, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much to the team.
Yeah, hi Nazreen. I would like you to share a few words with us, like what experience do you have and what have you thought for your future?
First of all, now I'm speechless. Thank you so much to everyone. Thank you so much to Team Dia.
I like
And I really
the way you said your twinkling stars, which is very, very appealing. And you said you want to set up some 100 such centers like that going forward from here. That was very, very appealing. And I think that was very innovative and very creative of you to think your foresight.
you,
That's what I
ma'am.
liked.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your wishes and blessings. Thank you, Team Dia. Thank you, Uday sir. Thank you, Usha ma'am. Thank you, Litika ma'am. And thank you to all the judges. And my first thanks goes to my mentor, Srimati Sarojra, who stays in Bangalore. And because through her, I got the message of Dia Financial Freedom Award 2020. And I didn't think of anything. I just said, yes, I'm going to now register myself into it. And I just put the faith in God, and I took my parents' wishes. Just last night, I spoke to my parents about that award, and they were very happy. It's like immense happiness my family got. And I started my kindergarten Nakshatra with a vision that whichever child comes into my school should be out, like as Mike Muralidhar mentioned that marks, money, and next is moral. So we are concentrating on their emotional intelligence and intellectual abilities of every child comes into my school. So mission is to create a beautiful environment for all the kids coming into our school, for the teachers and for the parents as well. So thank you so much.
So what I would advise you to do is, yes, like how somebody was instrumental in empowering you. I think the same thing you need to extend out to others and serve humanity. And I think that would go a great deal in your favor. And my best wishes for your endeavor and your venture forward. And congratulations once again.
Thank you, ma'am. And definitely I'll do that. I'll empower ourselves as Uday sir told. Definitely I will. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So let's get to know our second winner. So Manveen ma'am, can you declare the second winner?
I'll start with a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt. A woman is like a tea bag. You can't tell how strong she is until you put her in hot water. Each one of the nominations that I received was a warrior in her own right. But from each of those warriors, I selected Sindhuja. Sindhuja Venkatasubramaniam, I wish you the very best and pray that you achieve your vision of creating a student community who will learn and implement this knowledge to create a better India. Congratulations, dear.
Congratulations, Sindhuja.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. It's a great, great honor.
So they would
Congratulations, Sindhuja.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I have been listening to all of you, and it's a wonderful opportunity. I can't say it in words. You're all so very experienced. I'm seeing you're all up to the international standards. The experience itself speaks it all for all of your ages, and all your experience is what I'm learning when I'm on this platform. And I have to definitely mention about my parents who have been one of the inspiring factor. I say this everywhere I go. Whenever anyone asks me what is the thing that motivates you, I say it is my parents. Okay, because they have allowed me to do what I wanted to do. I was a software engineer 10 years back. The first year when I went to the company, I told my dad, after 10 years, I will not be in the company. I'll be doing something in business which will empower many students as you and mom are doing. Okay. And my mom was like, okay, is she for real? And then I'll be happy if they have been alive. I lost them to cancer. So I just lost them on January. Okay. Both of, I mean, I don't want to take that emotional diversion, but my mom lost, breath lost on my lap and arms after a kiss to me. And she always wanted
Yeah,
me to
blessings
do.
are with you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And I see all of you as my moms. And one of the words told by Uday, what is left in this world is not money, but people. For anything and everything, I'm a single child for my parents. For anything and everything, I turn this side or that side. I have people, which is what they have left for me today. And I want that same to carry over and do and spread and create a larger community for the students. And about the students, I want to tell this generation is very, 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 very intelligent, and we have to make use of them and get that intellectual part from them and nurture them from the beginning instead of having them to get diverted. And this pandemic, I see it in a very positive way because this is the time we can make them to go into the vision of the future India by introducing them and nurturing them in digital India, which is actually is going to help us in the future. And last word to add, my students are already into that concept because I was an IT engineer. We are into the concept of producing green electricity and automated systems. Because my focus is always on 3R concepts, which is what they like in my school. So thank you so much, and I'm feeling very humbled and honored.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you,
Yasha, I have a small request.
Yeah.
I have a small request.
Sure.
A request to all of us who are there in this panel today.
Yes,
Okay, Dia has inspired us by lighting this candle of knowledge and appreciation to empower these women entrepreneurs. I request each one of us present here today to carry this effort forward by lighting many more candles of hope by reaching out to those who require our help to become more self-reliant. If each one of us reaches out to even one more person, we are all working towards a better. Thank you.
Wonderful, ma'am. Thank you. So moving forward, let's get to know our third winner from Mike, sir.
Sir, you're on mute. Mike, sir, you're on mute.
Oh, yeah. I thought, yeah, sure. In fact, as I was telling you earlier, it was, I mean, it's not just that I'm making a statement for the sake of just stating this for a stage. The entire 9 of them, it was a varied set of. Okay. Varied set of people, young and very experienced, whether it's Anita, Francisco, Priya Narayan, Nagalakshmi, Anupriya, Dr. Aruna with immense experience, Kanagalakshmi Krishnaraj, Rita Ramesh, Anima Agarwal. I'll tell you, honestly speaking, it's not just, it was difficult. It was a matter of how do you eliminate people rather than selecting a person. I mean, it's a slightly different way I look at it. I had to eliminate the people, and that's when I was also going through their LinkedIn, all these things. I mean, it was not just. I thought I should do justice to what I was doing. At the same time, I had these 4 columns of what one had to do very fairly, and in that context, like on a day in any reality show also we'll see a singer wins on a day, but there are multiple people who are great. Similarly, everything On this particular occasion, I have identified Priya Narayanan as the winner. I mean, it is just that she is the one who, after elimination of all the other winners, she is the super winner, I would say. So my best wishes to all the 9 of them. In fact, I think all of them have fantastic vision, fantastic mission ideas, and to go forward. And my best wishes to all of them. And a special best wish to Priya Narayan, who is going to get this benefit of the recognition as well as Dia's support. My best wishes to all the participants. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Congratulations, Priya.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir,
Yeah.
for that wonderful words and encouragement. So congratulations. First of all, a happy Independence Day to all of you, each of you here. Good evening, and very happy to see beautiful faces and women empowerment in the same platform. Okay, so congratulations to each of you. As the judges have said, it's nothing to lose and nothing to win. And congratulations to each of you who have participated here. So to put my vision of participating in this is, I want to bring the future of tomorrow. I want to empower the kids, of course. And my vision is to bring the Panchkosha learning in a modern technique in today's education. I want to add values to the current education system. I want to empower the children, and one being coding. So this platform I have chosen to encourage the kids and to empower them. Thank you so much, Dia. Thank you so much, the team of Dia, for giving such a lovely opportunity. And thank you, all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Priya. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
So moving forward to our fourth winner, Minnie ma'am.
Yeah, so my choice would be Bhuvaneshwari Loganathan. One thing that completely struck me about her was when she said, children need to challenge their failures. That statement really got to me, apart from her resume and whatever else she did. That particular thing felt really, really good for me. And I think she did a wonderful job of, encouraging children to face their failures and go ahead. And failure is it's only a stepping stone to success. So the way she has expressed herself, and that, many people think after a failure, it's over, their life is over. It's not that. She actually meant it in a beautiful way, where she encourages children who go through failures to come back to being successful. It's a stepping stone, that's all. And I'm very, very happy to give this award to Bhuvaneshwari Loganathan, and I completely appreciate her achievements. Hats off, Bhuvaneshwari.
Thank you, ma'am. Congratulations to Bhuvaneshwari.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I'm really emotional. Wish you all a happy Independence Day. I'm really very honored to be along with this platform. I'm really happy and I'm really super excited about this, supporting me for this cause. Actually, Sudha Narasimha was my, of Infosys chairperson, is my inspiration. From there, I took started following her, and I would like to support the children, and especially underprivileged, to give them the support. And we have really given them the scholarship, talent, training programs, and so many other things. We also supported them with the lunch on study and so many other programs, along with U-Build program, which we motivate the students, to come as a Make in India product. So that is our vision. And we have already started with 2025 vision, where we are going to, support the students, especially the person who says that they are failed and they are not able to come out. So we support them, mentor them, and we bring them into, confidence, and make them, challenge the social and community awareness, and bring the new products to the world. So as a Indian, I would like to support my India, my students, my children. Thank you one and all for everything. And I really thank Uday for bringing me into this platform. Thank you so much, Uday and their team, especially Usha, who was really, whenever I was asking questions, she was very, very, very supportive, and she was very patiently answering my questions.